Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the Utility Safety and Environment Committee meeting for Wednesday, January 3rd, 2024. We'd like to welcome our new members, Mr. Armstrong and Mr. Stewart, and I want to advise that Mrs. Davis is, I believe, still on vacation. The first item on the agenda is the approval of the December 13th, 2023 Utilities Committee meeting minutes. Can I get a motion, please?
So moved. Second.
It's been moved and properly second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. The next item on the agenda is the matter of accepting the first optional year of the existing contract for sludge disposal with the Lorain County Landfill, LLC. Mr. Corzine, please.
Thank you, through you, Madam Chair. Last year, we went out for bids for the sludge cake disposal, and we were fortunate enough to award the contract to Lorain County Landfill. The cost per dry or per wet ton was $34.88, and we have the ability to pick up the first optional year on that contract, which will take it from $34.88 to $36.29 per wet ton. So that's what we're looking to ask council to approve tonight, and I'll answer any questions you might have on that.
Thank you, Mr. Corzine. I'm seeing that the current year of the contract expired on October 1st.
Through you, Madam Chair, yes, the contract runs until October 1st.
2024.
2024, yes, ma'am.
Okay, because this says 2023. That's why I was asking. Thank you. Are there any other questions? Mr. Brunick?
Thank you, Madam Chair. Through you. Mr. Corzine, you just mentioned the contract year runs October 1st to September 30th, so we're just a couple of months into this at this point. We put a not to exceed for the first year on this at $220,000. Do you think we're going to come close to that, or are you going to want a similar number on a not to exceed for the first option year? Do you have any projections yet?
No, I believe that you could use the same amount for that.
Are there any other questions for Mr. Corzine? I'll read the committee report. We have considered the matter of entering into the first optional year of the existing sludge disposal contract for the wastewater pollution control plant. And this is an ordinance authorizing the mayor to enter into a continuation of said contract. The cost for this first optional year will be $36.29 per wet ton. Excuse me. Can I get a motion, please?
So moved. I'll do a second, but I just want to clarify. So that, is it $34.88 for the first year? And then $36.29 for the second optional year? Did I misunderstand that?
Through you, Madam Chair, the first year was $34.88 per wet ton. The first optional year will be $36.29 per wet ton.
Okay. I didn't know if that's how the committee report read.
It is not.
Madam Chair.
But it does say that it's $26.29 per wet ton. That's hard to say.
It's correct, but it was confusing the way the referral was written. Okay. So, yeah.
So Mr. Oswald moved and Mr. Stewart second.
Yep.
Are there any other questions? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. The next item on the agenda is the matter of advertising for bids to enter into a contract for, excuse me, to enter into a contract for chemicals for the WWPC plant for 2024 and 2025. Mr. Corzine, please.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Through you, yes, we are looking to advertise our annual chemical bids for the wastewater pollution control plant. The monies have been appropriated. I've increased the amount for that line item for this year, just in case some of the bids go up higher. We're always hoping that they come in lower. So hopefully, this many years past the pandemic, the costs will start going down. That's what we're hoping for.
Thank you. And Mr. Corzine, this is just basically housekeeping, what we do every year.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. Are there any questions for Mr. Corzine? Seeing none, I'll read the committee report. We have considered the matter of the purchase of operating chemicals for the wastewater pollution control plant for years 2024 through 2025, and this is an ordinance authorizing the mayor to advertise for bids and enter into a contract for the purchase of said chemicals. Current contract expires April 15th, 2024. Can I get a motion, please?
So moved. Second.
Moved by Mr. Oswald, second by Mr. Stewart. Are there any other questions? Seeing none?
Question.
Thank you. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. The next item on the agenda is the matter of advertising for bids and entering into a contract for chemicals for the water pumping plant for 2024 and 2025. Mr. Jacobs, Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. Through you, Madam Chair, this is just our normal yearly going out for bid for chemicals. The money's in the budget. Like Mr. Corzan, we put a little bit extra in just in case the chemicals are going up. We hope they're going down. We budgeted $824,000 for water plant chemicals.
Thank you, sir. Are there any questions for Mr. Jacobs? Seeing none, I'll read the committee report. We have considered the purchase of operating chemicals for the water pumping plant for years 2024 through 2025, and this is an ordinance authorizing the mayor to advertise for bids and enter into a contract for the purchase of said chemicals. Can I get a motion, please?
So moved.
Second.
Hold on.
Mr. Brunig.
I should have asked this before. It just occurred to me, and I don't know if the answer is different for Sam and Terry. How soon are you planning on going out to bid? Do you need emergency clauses on these?
I personally didn't put the emergency clause in because, being that this is handling in January, we have through until April. So we can be preparing the documents while we're waiting, because I don't believe that the definitions would fit for emergency clause.
That's fine. I don't have a problem with it. I just wanted to make sure I was clear on it. Thank you.
You want an emergency clause?
Okay, okay.
All right, we'll keep them as proper. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Thank you both.
Thank you.
It was moved by Mr. Oswald and seconded by Mr. Armstrong. Are there any other questions?
Call for the question.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Just one thing, Mr. Jacobs has extended, and Mr. Corzan as well, if anybody wants to visit the water pumping plant or the wastewater plant, that invitation is open to us, that we can go out and visit. Just a housekeeping note, it's that time of year again where we start thinking about streets, which is my favorite time of year. So start thinking about your streets. I've asked if Mr. Forthover could do the ride along with us again. That was very, very beneficial. So that'll be coming up soon, so keep that in mind. There is no other business to come before this committee. I will entertain a motion for adjournment.
So moved.
Second.
Moved by Mr. Oswald, second by Mr. Stewart. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Good night, everyone.